after 2.5 years. This is the Out of Body Experiences podcast, a special episode, our lockdown edition. I'm one of your three hosts. I'm Alicia Figuerelli from Thomas Greco Publishing. To my left, depending on how you're looking at this, is Tom Greco of Thomas Greco Publishing. And on the bottom of my screen is Eddie Day of Collision Restoration. And we haven't seen you guys in a long time. You haven't seen us ever. We haven't spoken to you in a long time.
Correct.
But it's been a long time, and we wanted to get together, especially now in the new normal. Maybe this will be the new normal for our podcast. So what's going on, guys?
Not much. How's everybody?
Hanging in there.
Yeah, same with us. We're, I don't know. You know what? You know me, Tom. I try to keep an optimistic view on most, especially the industry. Have always been wonderful to me, and in so many different ways. But I don't know. This one makes you question if you're a good operator, if you're a smarter operator. You know, this I don't know. I don't. You know, we keep saying there's going to be a shaking out. All the small shops are resilient guys. They're smart guys. You're not shaking out these smart guys. They're tough. And thank God for our suppliers. Thank God for our vendors. You know, I think that everybody should just call that vendor and thank them for being patient. You know, that's my opinion. You know, I mean, yeah. You know, and communicate with your parts people. Let them know you'll be there, and so on and so forth. Don't avoid. Active avoidance does not work. You know, make sure you let them know that you're appreciative of them waiting, because everybody's in a little bit of it's a little sketchy right now for the whole industry. Okay, we waited for PPP money. We didn't, you know, everybody had their own way of getting through this, but I think that our parts suppliers are heroes.
When this first hit, what was your first thoughts as a business, you know, as a shop owner?
Honestly, I was on vacation. All right.
That's right. Yeah.
And we were on vacation, and about an hour later, I'm in the hotel. I swear to God, and I went, let me get something on. I called my IT guy. I got a COVID message on my website. I made sure we were on this right from the beginning. Your cars will be didn't even start yet. So I jumped on it, and but I don't feel it's a weird feeling to know that you thought you were kind of up to date. You know, you worked hard at it. You eat, sleep, and breathe it, and there was no answer for anything.
Right.
Nobody has an answer. You know,
nope.
The smartest guy in the city. You know, everybody. I'm going to shut down. I'll wait till these guys start to fail. I'm going to buy all their shops. They're all. Excuse my language. Can I curse? They're all full of fucking shit. Okay, in plain English. The reality is that big guy's got the same problems as a small guy, unless he owns 60 pieces of property and doesn't need the job. You know, because life is jail without options, right? Without options, life is fucking prison. Okay. So I did as much thinking as I could, and everything else is like that after that's been day to day. That's all. Everything's been day to day. I try to keep a sense of humor in my shop. I walk downstairs. We have a little tiny crew right now. I kept 3-4 guys. So it's enlightened me. You know, what do they say? When things crack, what do cracks do? They let light in.
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So it allows you to see the problems. That's what I did. And after that, I'm day to day, guys. I'm nothing special. I'm just a body man that turned into a manager, turned into an owner. That's all, you know.
What's been the biggest challenge?
Making sure that I run a responsible organization and keep my employees healthy and my customers. You know, to have enough PP. I gave all my PP, my personal protection products. I gave them all to the state. You know, this was kind of like my parents during World War II, scrapping and doing all those the things that help your country. It was kind of my turn, and I gave away all my fucking masks. I gave away, you know, I gave away stuff I needed. I went down to the Department of Emergency Management, and then and I was the only one there. You know, I mean, I'm sure a couple of shops did that. I hope they did.
Yeah, it did. But a lot of association members did that.
Yeah, we like I said, we got good shops. But that day I'm like, where'd everybody go? You know, dentists, doctors. It was supposed to, and then we didn't know how much we were going to need this stuff later on.
Right.
Yeah.
by being labeled an essential business, how did that make a difference? I mean,
I
obviously,
could go to work. I could go to work every day.
Yeah.
I have a friend that's a periodontist. I got one that's a heart surgeon. Okay. And both of them for 3 months have gone out of their mind. His first day back was Tuesday.
Right.
You know, he went 3 months with no income, you know, and he's a conservative guy. You know, he's a smart guy with his money. You know what? And I hope the shops also, the guys that, look, 2 and 2 doesn't make 8. It makes goddamn 4. Okay. So don't overspend. You know, don't spend money. I see the boats down the shore. One flew by me about 2 years ago, and it had to be 50 feet. With a spray gun, said overspray. Like, really, do you need 50 feet of boat, asshole? Okay, said overspray in the back.
I don't even know what to say. I can't get a word in edgewise.
Sorry.
No, it's a good thing. But I mean, for us as a business, we had to, pretty much become a remote operation overnight, which thank God we were able to do pretty, I don't want to say flawlessly or seamlessly, but we're making it work. And same thing, you got to go day by day, and you come in every day, or like you go upstairs to downstairs and turn on the computer. And every day it's like, well, what are we going to deal with today? What's today's calamity? Whether it's the PPP stuff that you have to apply for and wait for it, or do you want to talk about what happened?
No, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, Tom.
So anyway, when COVID first hit and everything, basically we were scrambling for everything, we got hacked. Our bank accounts got hacked. Our phone lines got hacked.
Right. We talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like everything was coming down at once. So it was just a major problem. They hacked into our phone lines through the web, and what they did is they changed the texting number so that when they signed into the bank online, the code to get into the bank accounts went to their phone numbers. And I got into our bank account.
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah, well,
they're good. Mine lasted years, Tom.
Yeah, I know you said that,
Mine
but
went on for
luckily
years.
we caught them, stopped them, and
every password on everything, everywhere.
Yeah. And he sold. Now you have to understand now. His stuff he already moved on. He sold to somebody else, and somebody. I found mine. To a PO box in Detroit.
Ours was in California.
That's where it landed. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, just it's horrible when it happens in a regular time, but during COVID, it was unbearable. It was just stress was unbelievable. But we got through it, and just like we'll get through the COVID. Just gotta wait it out. Things are getting better every day. Like we said, though, today is the 27th, so things are starting to open up slowly but surely. I know I was on the Parkway last week going down for my hot dog, and I was at the toll, and the toll was blocked up. It was bumper to bumper. It was the first time in my life I think I was happy to see bumper to bumper. So that was a good sign.
Traffic feels good now.
Yeah, there are people on the road.
It feels good.
So that's a good sign.
I'm driving to work for almost 3 months. I'm telling you, from Montville it's 9 miles. It's only 9 miles, 8.5 miles. The only car on the road.
Mm-hmm.
I was the only car on the road. It was kind of creepy. And they say we're all in this together. I buy that to a point. But Lori in my back office, her mindset on this is completely different than mine. And I'm way more cavalier than I should be at some things. And but she's now has a different view on hygiene and just going through her daily process has changed completely, and mine really hasn't changed that much. Wash your hands, wear a mask, don't touch your face. Really, I'm in the fucking liquor. Excuse my language. I'm in a liquor store, right? There's a guy in front of me. He's got a face shield on, goggles. But no, I'm not done. Booties, right? Booties, okay. Rubber gloves up to his elbows. No. I swear to God, gray hair, kind of like that blown out 60s hippie retread, like my sister generation, I freaking loathe, right? So I'm looking at the guy, and I must have walked a little too close. And he goes like this, whoa, like this to me. And I got to be careful. I go like this. I go, oh, I'm sorry. Did the green monster jump out of my mouth? Go under your mask, under your freaking goggles, okay? And go in between. I go, is that what happened? That's not like this. Well, So you know what? Know what this exposed though? I gotta be careful. This exposed every effing hypochondriac that you didn't know you had as a friend. He's out of the closet now. Okay? He's out of the closet with the fucking, with all the shit on. Okay? Look, if you're walking through Central Park with a mask on, you're a jerk off. Okay? If you're in your car with a mask on by yourself, you're a jerk off. Okay?
That I'll agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're walking on the street, walking your dog at 7 o'clock at night by yourself with a mask on, you're a jerk off. Okay? So so this is my opinion, okay? But nothing's jumping. Look, the guy in front of you on the parkway, right? He sneezes in his car. So it's mysteriously going to fly out of the car, go 50 fucking feet behind him, go through your grill, in his cabin filter, into his mouth, okay? And then kill him immediately, right? He's going to fucking pull over and die on the parkway, okay? This is what the fuck people have gone out of their fucking minds. You don't need to wear a mask by yourself, okay? Just fucking don't. Okay? It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. So anyhow,
when you were driving into work every day, though, you know, it shouldn't have been that different because you're used to seeing horses and buggies up there where you live.
Yes,
out there
I do. I have a stable. We have horse stable back 2 blocks down. Yes, we do. It's kind of nice, Tom. Okay. Or I can live like ants. You like that tight community, you know? Okay, you know. No, I've, and people are moving out of the city. You're going to see all the housing prices around here are going nuts now because people, they want to move near a train station into the suburbs, you know, or they'll move to your town.
You know what? I don't think they want to go on the train either, to be honest with you. That's even worse. I don't know what that answer is. I think they'll want to.
What's the answer for that?
No, I don't know. But right now, I don't think public transportation is in anybody's eye.
Look, there's going to be a lot of more companies offering work from home, like just as a standard, because it's been proven that it can be done, even though it's not, like, a lot of people don't want to. I mean, like, I'm not the biggest fan, but, you know, that's going to be the reality for a lot of people.
And besides, let's face it, nobody wants to drive on the bus. It's a bus. The bus. Nobody wants to on a bus. It's the bus, okay? When I was a kid, the shittiest place in the world was going to school on a bus. Okay.
My cousin lived in Staten Island, and I used to go there a lot when we were kids over the summer, and she would take the bus all the time, or the subway, whatever, and I never did. So we were, I don't know, early teens, whatever, one on the bus just from here to there, no big deal, came home, and I thought it was like the greatest thing. And my parents were like, "What'd you guys do with Liz today?" I'm like, "We went on the bus." They're like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, we went to," I don't remember where we went, but it wasn't far. And they were like, "You went on a city bus?" And I said, "Yeah." And it was cool, and you got to put the thing in, the money in, and they're like,
"Oh yeah,
you can't be doing that anymore."
Everybody knew the bus driver. Yeah,
nothing wrong with the bus.
We have buses. You know what? This is how it works. We have shortened our lives by working for ourselves. Did you ever look at the fucking obituaries, right? I don't want to do the whole Italian obituary thing. Did you ever see it, right? You got Joe Fatagnazzi's automotive shop owner, 77, right? Then the next guy, Anthony fucking whatever, Scumbadio, 99 years old, worked for fucking public service. Right? We dropped dead early for shit like that just happened, right? Walking through, I'm sorry, like, you know. So anyhow, you can leave the bonehead comment in, okay? Because I just called her a bonehead. That's the way it is. Okay, they know what the fuck I'm doing. It's just
what have you done in terms of shop procedures to deal with this stuff?
Where doors are locked.
No, I mean in terms of
temporal thermostat, temporal thermometer. Okay, every car got disinfected. We put a paper in each window. Your car, all contact surfaces have been cleaned. So we took responsibility and made sure our customers were safe, our employees are safe. We checked everybody's temperature for 2 months. You know, 5 people, everybody. You know. So I mean, I don't know. That's what I did. Our doors were locked, picked up, delivered, masks. You know, went to their homes with masks. You know, I think I'm more conscious of it when somebody else is involved, you know, like a customer. We have the same 2 people in the office right now. There's nobody in this office. So I don't know. I did the best I could. but we kept everything clean, and we're very conscious of, of our surroundings and how our customer feels. I got customers that show up, full. I think I already had it. I think it went through me already in November, December. Tell you the truth.
A lot of people say
Dry cough for months, that kind of thing. A little tired, a little beat up,
How are the insurance companies? Have you seen a change with them at all with regard to this?
Yeah, the re-inspectors have more time to look at every goddamn nickel. Yeah, it's kind of been a big pain in the ass. But other than that, our relationship.
Is the photo estimating going up?
What's that?
Is there more photo estimating?
Almost. Nobody comes in the shop.
Yeah.
Nobody comes in and walks outside. Nobody looks at a car. Everything is, which I think it's going to go virtual anyhow, because again, like you said, Alicia, it works.
Mm-hmm.
It works. This is going to, the auto body industry is going to enter the tunnel, right? And it's going to come out, like they say, it's going to come out a different train. It's coming out completely different. You write your supplements to justify what you do, show a couple invoices, and you get paid. That's not. Then again, look, there's certain guys you got to toe the line. You got to toe a line and say, come on.
It's like everything else, everywhere with everything. You just have to be smart about it and use common sense. Don't use it for everything. Use it where it's needed.
This is not a one-size-fits-all industry.
Mm-hmm. Especially in your shop, where I got to tell you a quick side story. So I was telling my son that we were doing this podcast, and he asked me who we were doing it with. And I said, well, Tom and my friend Eddie. He's like, do I know Eddie? And I said, yeah, he I'm sure you've met him over the years. He has a shop in Fairfield. He's like, oh, that was the guy that threw the cat. And I said, what? And he said, remember me and you? We went to the shop and you didn't throw a cat. Your cat needed to go to the vet, and I guess Nicole couldn't get him into the carrier. Do you remember that? And she was struggling with him, and the cat's like not going in, not doing it. And you were having a day to begin with, and she's battling with this cat in the background. You're like, come here, and he took the cat.
I love my cat, but and the Valium didn't work. Yeah. We drugged the cat. We drugged the cat. Okay, he got old, and as soon as I picked him up, the Valium went away. So, and you know what? A cat's not like a dog. A cat will send you to the hospital fast.
Yeah. That was a battle royale in the middle of the shop. So I was like, yeah, that's the guy. That's who it is. I totally forgot.
And 3 weeks ago, my Polish guy downstairs goes, Eddie, look. 2 kittens walk in my shop. This big. That big. Well, anyhow, I don't want to be too serious here. We usually have fun doing this. This is a very serious conversation.
Well, we will. I got a question, because we're talking about cleaning and applying the disinfectants and everything. What's the dirtiest car you've ever seen? Pre-COVID.
Okay.
Over the years.
Pre-COVID. Okay.
And the guy growing weed in the back.
I can tell you right now, white Buick wagon.
Okay.
The girl's name was Amber. She was not a dancer. Trust me, she couldn't have been, because there isn't a pole strong enough to hold her. Okay. So Amber. So Amber brings in a white Buick wagon, and it got flooded, like maybe a quarter way to the door. So we bring it in, and she has 2 mastics, the big dogs, the big head,
Mm-hmm.
And the windows. I'm not lying. The windows had so much saliva that when you push the button, the window wouldn't go down.
Ew.
So the windows are licked shut. Okay. Wait. Now we got to get rid of the carpets. We unbolt the carpets. The dog hair the smell was, you couldn't take it. The dog hair was 1/8 of an inch thick. Okay. And we found a business card with mouse shit on it. And the mouse wouldn't poop. They pooped right on a business card from a local sub shop.
Are you sure that didn't come from the sub shop?
It could have. And it was the most disgusting. But to this, my guys wore a full hazmat suit. We threw everything out. And 2 weeks later, we drove by the house, and the windows were licked shut again. It's just the way she lives, this woman. But anyhow, I hope nobody does. Amber doesn't know anybody on this. Amber's not body shop related somehow. Disgusting. Yeah, but disinfecting stuff. I think it's. You know what? Anybody that I and a couple of guys, we still talk. We go to dinner together, not recently, which I miss. You're asking me to ask me what I miss the most is dinner with friends, glass of wine. You know, I miss being out with my friends.
Yeah.
You know, we're so disconnected right now, and it's not, you know, like a hug or a kiss. You know, my friends would kiss me. You know, so it sucks. It's not, you know, my customers come in and hug us. You know, they're here coming in 20 years. They're upset. Their daughter got in an accident, that kind of shit. We miss all that. You know, we miss that. Yeah, the office is constantly empty. It's just two people. It's a weird feeling.
It's just weird. See, meanwhile, I'm kind of in my glory because, like, I am not a huggy, touchy person. So I'm like, I've been waiting for this. This is my time to shine.
I was gonna say, you waited for this your whole life, right?
Yeah. It's a select few. If I like you, you might get a hug once in a while, but otherwise, I'll just 6 feet, social distance. Keep me away.
Hey, look, that works for some people, not others.
So that's why you went to China in December?
Oh,
Alicia, you started this whole thing? Just
I was rounding up the bats.
I heard you were licking doorknobs in Beijing.
But you gotta, I mean, I'm an optimist. I think we're coming out of this, and I think things will, you know, they talk about a new normal. I don't think there's gonna be a new normal.
No.
The new normal is gonna be our regular normal.
Yeah.
It's not. That's not a new normal. This is not. People are starting to forget already. It's 3 months. You know, people during the Depression,
restless.
They were in it for 9 years. Yeah. So that kind of molded that whole generation to not overspend, to be responsible, to save and do this and do that. You know, 2 and 2 doesn't make 8, right? This is 3 months, 4 months. Is it going to change things a little bit? Yeah, I think so.
Short term. I think, you know, and I honestly think because things were so good before this hit, that I think the economy is going to come back a lot faster than people think. People are dying to spend money. Like just today, they announced that Disney World is opening up next month. Universal is opening next week, and their people are like chomping at the bit to get there. And you know, if you go online, you see people, everybody's excited. You know, how can I get it? Can I have to make a reservation? People are bitching that they're going to have lower capacity. So I think this is just a different time, different circumstance, and I think the money's going to come back into the economy a lot quicker than people think. Obviously, media will try and downplay it as if this isn't going to happen, but I think we've been brainwashed to believe that it's not going to. But I think it's going to come back a lot faster than people think.
I do believe we're going to have a good economy after this. I just think that we can't be too impatient. It's going to have to, you know, and we've dumped a lot of money into. We printed a lot of money now.
Yeah.
You know.
But
I'm a Trump guy. I mean, I don't know how my members feel. I really don't care.
But that makes a big difference. That never happened before. The amount of money that was put out there to help small business survive. If you were smart enough to you know, get that stuff, and obviously the first wave went fast, but right now they're still offering money. There's still money left in all those programs. So just about any business can get those programs. If you do that, you should be able to survive it and, you know, wait this out. So you know, it depends on the industry. I'd say outside of the restaurant industry, most other businesses, they were smart and applied for these loans and got them. I think they're going to be able to come back. That's what I think is going to make a big difference in terms of bringing the economy back faster.
Yeah. And our industry is going to come back quick, I think, once, you know.
Look, we got to get cars on the road.
Yep. And they're going to be, though. They're going to be. Because
nothing gets done to without.
Yeah.
But think about it. People are going to be less likely to fly for a while, less likely to take a train, less likely to take a bus. So what are they going to do? They're going to drive.
Yeah.
They got to bring their kids back and forth everywhere because the camps are closed.
Absolutely.
You know,
they're going to be in their own car. Absolutely.
I think this industry is coming back faster than most. I really do.
No, listen. Since the traffic is starting to increase, I'm just starting to see a little trickle in, the deer hit, this, that, you know. It's coming back.
You got people that they've had maybe something wrong with their car and they're waiting for all this to clear before they go to a shop. Like I know somebody that has a cracked windshield and that happened back in February. They were going to have it done in early March, but then all this happened. So once everything clears up, they're going to go right back to the shop and get that windshield fixed.
Agreed.
Like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of pent up demand.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of pent up demand, especially mechanical work.
Yeah.
There's a mechanical shop. There's a mechanical shop down the block from us, and you know he's been dead. But now all of a sudden there's brake jobs outside because people have waited.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
and then you get the weird customer. The customer, I got parts sitting here for 3 months. I think I'm going to wait till this calms down. Well, ma'am, do you really think this isn't calmed down? What would you like? You know, like, so they come with the fucking mask on. They come like, oh my God, you know, like they're out in the parking lot by themselves. Around the parking lot by themselves with a mask on. Really? Take just have a little fresh air, okay? A little goddamn fresh air, for Christ's sake, instead of breathing your freaking coffee breath back, okay? Really?
That is a
One
good
guy had a cigarette.
mask, though, because there's probably a bunch of people walking around who didn't realize how bad their breath was until now. Like, oh my God.
You ready?
Take care of this.
Let me give you my right hand to God, my Walgreens story 3 weeks ago. I'm in, right? They got the little pasty things on the floor, everybody's feet. You gotta stand there like some freaking leper, right? So I'm at the counter. They got the 6-foot spit guard like you're in a buffet in Vegas, right? So I'm standing there, lady. So I'm again not thinking. I get too close. Lady goes, whoa, get to me. I said, I'm sorry. You know, some people don't think. Now she's shit facing me right now, and you know I got zero patience for this, right? If it was a guy, he'd be laying on the floor, okay? 20 years ago. I'm sorry, not. I don't do that shit anymore. So as she's doing her transaction, she's finishing up, and she goes, "And can I have 2 cartons of Marlboro Lights?" Right in the gut. So now my mother died of cigarettes. My sister, my father, right? My old emphasis. I go like this. I go. So you think the extra foot getting close to you is going to kill you? How about the Marlboro Lights, lady? She goes, I'm 77. I go, it's going to be slow, lady. It's going to be real slow. Because I'm done. Well, I'm done now. It's my turn to shit face back. Right? I go like this. I go, you know what? Pray for the heart attack. She goes, what? Pray for the heart attack. I go, it's the best you're going to get. Between COPD and emphysema and lung cancer, the heart attack's your best way out. So everybody alive is like, Jesus Christ, what the hell going, right? You can't fight me because the 2 boneheads behind me have full face shields and hazmat suit guys. He's going to go down quick, okay? Yeah. Can I have the 2 cartons of Marlboro? I went, you think that one, here comes the green monster flying out, right? Under her mask. Freaking asshole. So anyhow, go ahead.
And that's the
person. My wife told me I'm an angry guy from Bloomfield, New Jersey. Go ahead. I watched that a couple days ago. Yeah, I'm angry. Yeah.
That same person who's yelling at you, though, they're the same person that's wearing their medical gloves, using cash, and they then lick the glove to separate the little cash before they give it to them with their glove.
Yeah, like that. Thank you with the voice, the fucking voice, right? Thank you.
Was that at our Walgreens, the Caldwell one?
What's that?
Was it at our Walgreens in West Caldwell?
West Caldwell.
Oh, our neighborhood. Eddie and I live about 2 towns over from each other, so we occasionally bump into each other at the Walgreens where all the action happens.
That's it. That's the big trip. When you're 80 years old, that's the big trip. Post office, Walgreens, and a mailbox. That's the one.
Yeah.
God, get it. Yeah, man. I'm deathly afraid of that happening to me. I swear to God, I am. I'm fearful of turning it. My father-in-law is starting to lock himself in the house now. He's on lockdown now. Okay. He goes, the car don't start. I said, well, you haven't started the car in 4 months, Richard. The car's not going to fucking start, okay? So I bring a battery over. Everything's got green shit off it, mold, mildew, fucking tree branches. I'm like, you got to get out of the fucking house, Richard. You got to, take a taxi somewhere, So take a fucking taxi, take a cab, get a, you can't say Uber.
No.
You can't say Uber, right? So take a taxi, right?
Not unless they want a sponsor. Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
All right, guys, this probably is going to wrap up our at-home edition. At home, at shop. Well, no.
Lockdown.
I'm the only one at home. So
Lockdown.
Lockdown Raw Out-of-Body Experiences podcast. We're going to wrap this one up. Hopefully we'll be back soon. Someday soon, hopefully we'll be back together again in the same geographical location, but we'll see. So until then, where can they find this? The future ones will be on our website, right?
It'll be on our website. It'll be on our social media pages as well. And also, can I just say one thing? I am not Michelle Greco. That's my daughter. I'm Thomas Greco.
So yeah, throughout all of this, we know to our advertisers, our sponsors of the Northeast show, everybody, you all have a choice to stick with us or not, and the vast majority of you have. So thank you very much for, trusting the products that we put, and we continue to hope to work together and just keep the partnership that we've established. So
yeah, our supply has been great, and we appreciate the shop. As a shop owner, I appreciate it also.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Thanks, Tom.
See you again next week.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right. Bye-bye.
I appreciate it. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.